Hello again, it's Noob, and today we get to look at some really interesting picks. And these were sent to me by the Legal Lockpicker. Please do go check out his channel for me to have a look at and do a bit of a review on. Now, if I asked you who makes these picks and you didn't study them too carefully, you might be forgiven for saying the wrong manufacturer. Well, let me just say that these are Peterson Shrike picks in 25 thousandths of an inch thick government steel, the Peterson government steel. And yes, it's very different to their normal picks. Now, here is one of their more normal picks. This is my favourite lock pick profile ever, the Peterson Gem in 18 thousandth. I love the steel, I love the profile, I love the handle. There's nothing about this pick that I don't like. The only reason I don't feature more Peterson products on my channel is that they are quite expensive to get sent, so that's a factor I have to bear into my budget. So, luckily I sent these, right? So you get a bit of an understanding what these might be and why some of the profiles look a bit familiar to you and the handle shapes. Well, let me just read this out. From their website, it says, Peterson at times reviews competitive products, especially those that are similar in reach and depth or design to lead me to believe that they are apparent knockoffs of their own designs. Okay, so a knockoff would be a copy. And Peterson is saying that they are reviewing the competitive products. Fair enough. Don't say which manufacturers, especially those which are similar in reach, depth or design. Okay, similar in reach, depth or design, not the same, similar. To see what's being sort of knocked off from Peterson's own designs. It goes on. It says, when we can take our picks, lay the competitive pick over it, scribe the surface, and find that the competitive pick precisely matches the reach and depth, so not design, reach and depth of the pick, with only some material cut away to make them look different, I see an apparent knockoff. So again, lots of loaded phrases there. They've gone away from the similar in design to just reach and depth with some material cut away. That's enough for them to consider it to possibly being an apparent knockoff. Okay, well, that's interesting to me because reach and depth, here are two picks from the same manufacturer, Peterson themselves. They have very similar reach because, well, they're made by the same manufacturer. And if I look at the depth, I'll try to line them up. One's a little bit bent, but something like that. You can see that they are pretty much the same depth as well. In fact, both of these picks could easily be interchanged to pick the same style of lock, truthfully. Why do I prefer this one over this one? Well, it's just the feel, because it isn't that I believe that this is actually a cut down version of the Gem, although you could probably fashion something out of the Gem to make this. No, it's just a different profile, different purpose, slightly different angle on the tip. One's rounded, has different sorts of feedback properties to this sharp point, where I personally think that I can feel the rise of the binding pin as I come under it. They're just different profiles. It says, in this case, we took some apparent knockoffs. Notice they're saying apparent knockoffs. They're not saying they are knockoffs, but some apparent knockoffs based on the criteria that they are of similar reach and depth, I guess. Corrected obvious design flaws. So we're looking for obvious design flaws, according to Peterson, and then made a small order of them, plus some other useful picks. So there are about 10 pick profiles on their website. About half of them are standard Peterson profiles, some medium hooks, short hooks, half diamond, snake rake, and a city rake, for example. And then half of them are more exotic profiles, which we can only assume may be some of those profiles which they thought were apparent knockoffs. This is really odd to me. I'm not sure what to think of it. Going back to the depth and reach, between manufacturers and actually internally to the same manufacturer, there's going to be a lot of picks that actually have different profiles but similar reach and depths of the pick. That's just the way that lock picks are. That you have a different one for a different type of picker, gives you different feedback, a different style. It's I mean, when it comes down to it, they're just a piece of metal with a bend on the end, or some are slightly curved pieces of metal They're designs as old as pin tumbler lockpicks ever were, so it's an odd one to consider some designs as being a rip-off when really all lockpicks seem to be quite similar, really. Then we get to things like this. This is the it says 31S on here. If I look at their website, this is called the C4 Wiggler NH. Remember that, Wiggler. This is actually from, I guess it's a competitor of Peterson, Sparrows. This is a design called the Sparrows Worm. If I overlay them this way, and for fairness, if I overlay them this way, you can make your own mind up about how close in terms of reach, depth and design these two are. I can't say, for various reasons, whether Peterson consider the Sparrow's Worm to be an apparent knockoff of one of their designs, and that they have somehow corrected some obvious flaws, obvious design flaws or not. I don't know. But if that were the case, and you can be the judge of that, I can't see much correction of design flaws there. I also looked through all the Peterson picks I have, and I don't have every single design. And the closest that I could get to this Wiggler, not Worm, Wiggler, is actually a Bogota. And whilst, again, they've got similar reach, depth and design, they are actually different because of the ever so slightly different wavelength between the peaks and the very, very rounded edges, which make it a bit better for scrubbing than a Bogota, in my opinion. If, and I'm saying that very clearly, if Peterson considered the Sparrow's Worm to be somehow an apparent knockoff, and they therefore took the Sparrow's Worm design and maybe how can I put this, corrected some obvious mistakes in it, if that indeed is what happened, and they ended up with this, then they've ended up with something which, by accident or design, and I'm giving a lot of benefit of the doubt here, looks and feels almost exactly like the Sparrow's Worm. This is called the Peterson Reach Hun NH. Hun, who famously is known as something the Hun. Oh, do you know what? I'm reminded instantly of Attila the Hun. I wonder if there's any other lockpick manufacturer that makes a pick related to Attila the Hun. Maybe, I don't know, Sparrow's Attila. Now, I don't have a Sparrow's Attila, as it happens. When I looked at the Sparrow's website and I looked at these profiles, do you know what? They appear to be pretty close. Is that another competitor where Peterson have considered it to be somehow a knockoff of a design? Again, I don't know for sure. But what is interesting is they called it the Peterson Reach Hun. This is a Peterson Reach. And actually, if I put these together, they're actually massively different. There isn't like a bit of metal taken away. The whole curve shape of this and the thickness here will give this sort of a lot more strength at the tip than this one, I believe. And here's an interesting one. This one's called the Peterson Gem. Peterson Gem, remember that's the gem. Not very similar. But this is called Peterson Gem Crazy. Remember Crazy? Crazy. Crazy like, would you say, a lunatic? Now, these are a little bit different, but they, by golly, have a very similar reach and depth, don't they? And if you looked at them a little closer, you might think that one was maybe just a spin on another. Did Peterson look at, for example, this lunatic and consider it to be somehow a knockoff of one of their picks? They called it the Gem. Is it a knockoff of the Gem, according to Peterson? I don't know. I don't know if that's what they had in mind. But I can certainly see that there is by accident or design, a similarity between the two pick tips here. Let's go on it again. What do we have here? Well, we've got something which is called, I believe, looking here, the Hook 1. Here's a Hook 1. I've actually got a Peterson number 1 hook, and well, they're quite different. But similar reach and depth, yeah, I'll give them that. But so if that's the one, but again, there's something about that profile that's slightly diamond edge, slight scoop here. It reminds me a little bit of the Sparrow's Tron, again by accident or design. I don't know. You might think they look a little bit different. Overlay them, they've got a very similar reach and depth, as you can see. Again, hard to say, but it's definitely what came to mind when I was looking at them. And last but not least, this, which actually to me looks very much like a Peterson profile because of that sort of rounded short hook, and actually it is called the number hook 3, and this is a Peterson number 3 hook, and well, they are very, very similar, as you'd expect if they are essentially a different version of each other. Now, there is one noticeable exception here. There's something called the Hook Diamond Bull, which again, you may look at the Sparrow's Matador and consider it to be a little bit similar. You may not. You can be the judge. So whether my guesses are right at what and who Peterson may have considered a knockoff, they may not have done, and if Peterson have made what they would consider to be a correction, something they correct the obvious design flaws according to them of the apparent knockoffs, but have ended up in their own way making an almost exact copy of what they consider to be a knockoff, then wouldn't that be a knockoff of a knockoff? Somewhat fighting fire with fire, and that to me would be at least a little bit hypocritical if that were the case. And what's weird about it, when it comes down to it, is that they're actually quite good picks. That's the weirdest thing. And these are all very, very usable profiles. They're made well, they're finished well, the steel is absolutely excellent. There's nothing as far as the picks at all which I have a problem with. I actually think they're really, really good. And some of them are a massive improvement on the standard Peterson profiles, at least in terms of their sort of reach and slimness. I mean, just look at that. You get almost an extra centimetre or so of shaft length here, a nicer taper, no ridge on here. To me, if I had the choice between having this number 3 hook or this one, I would choose this one. It's, in my opinion, just better. Are any of these profiles here, whether they are apparent knockoffs or something else, they're great. They're good profiles. They all work, and the finish on them is actually really, really nice as well, from what I can see. So, all in all, the Shrike picks, they just leave me a little bit confused and leave a sort of, well, if not bitter, a sort of sad taste, if such a thing exists, in my mouth, that a good lockpick company like Peterson, who make excellent tools, some of which are my favourites, feel that they have to sort of make apparent knockoffs of apparent knockoffs, and I'm trying to use their words as much as possible there, because clearly they're able to make some really, really nice profiles of their own and make some nice new handle designs. Did they really need to go down this road? I don't know. You decide. I really find it hard to conclude this video other than to say Peterson still makes some really excellent picks, and the Shrike picks are no exception. But should they have been made? You decide. I'll see you next time.